So lately on TikTok, I have been seeing this conversation growing and coming from Black Americans, and it's getting a lot of attentions. A lot of people are saying very plainly, this is not our fight, and they're talking specifically about the current ICE situation and immigration crackdowns. What they're pushing back on is the expectation that Black Americans should once again jump in front of the line and carry emotional, political, and activist weight for everyone else. This message isn't subtle, it's exhaustion. So, guys, watch this video until the end to get the real reason why they're saying so. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So, yeah.
Remember, we have free will. If we decide that we are not fighting these people's war, there is no war. If everybody in the army decides that they're not fighting, there is no war. Let them go fight their war themselves. These people go hide in bunkers while they have to get people's innocent children to go fight their war. This is not our war. This is a war of egos and a war of hidden immoralities that these people have done that they don't want exposed. Hence the reason they're backing these countries. We do not have to fight their war. We do not have to be a part of their shenanigans. We have free will.
So, if we're having an honest conversation, what's happening in the LA riots, regardless of your politics, is not a black person's issue. First of all, majority of black people were not immigrants, we were imports, so we're not the same. Second of all, if separating kids from their parents is such a bad thing, then why do so many of you have baby daddies that you won't allow in the child's life? Every time that there's a movement that doesn't have real momentum, they try to make it into a black person's issue so that it has more credibility and more substance. So, like the pride stuff, they put black people on the flag. Free Palestine tries to make it all about black people, which what's happening over in the Middle East has nothing to do with race in that regard. But if we're going to keep it so real, a lot of these people just want black people involved. Again, one, to make it seem more cool and credible, but two, because they want black people to take the fall. If black people get heavily involved in these anti-ICE riots, I guarantee you black people are going to be the ones who end up looking the worst and getting the shortest end of the stick. We fight every person's battle, and really, we need to just work on ourselves at this point. So stop telling black people that the LA riots are our business, because it's really not. If you come here illegally, you assume the potential consequences of your actions. So stop making this about black folk.
So y'all know this whole concept of we chilling, we gonna sit this one out, this ain't our fight. You know, that type of rhetoric right now is mind-boggling, because it's like we don't vote for Trump. We not for Trump, but we for this. I don't fuck with nothing else he said, but I fuck with this. That type of rhetoric, mind-boggling. It has to be completely mind-boggling. Because at the end of the day, a marginalized group as black people attacking another marginalized group as Hispanics makes no sense. As if our existence as black people have not been a target since our first days in this country. Like, it makes no sense at all. Like, it's okay for you not to protest. It's okay for you not to go on the front lines. But to get up here and spew rhetoric about, oh, this is what they voted for, as if all Hispanics voted for this nonsense, is crazy. Like, yeah, maybe 60% or whatever the percent was, but what about the other 40? Like, do they pay for the consequences just because 60% of them was ignorant as fuck? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this narrative that we're pushing out, but I just say at one point it's going to be us. It's going to be us. It has been us. Let's be honest. It has been us. So I don't get where we coming from on this one. I can't rock with us with this one.
And to my people, to my black people, this is not our fight. Stay out of it. It's not our fight. They said violence had no place in politics. They weren't saying that during the civil rights, back when they was assassinating us then. It didn't apply then. Let it fly now. It's not our fight. Let the white people handle it.
So, a lot of people are probably going to be really mad at this, but I don't give a damn. I am getting very sick and very tired of the "this is not our fight" crowd. Very sick and very tired. Because, one, I am not saying there is not racism amongst brown, in particular, Latino people. There is and there always will be. There always has been anti-blackness. But with that same logic, so does that now mean that black queer people, maybe they should stop supporting black straight people for all the blatant homophobia and queerphobia and transphobia that's spewed among us? No, right? Y'all will definitely have a problem with that. Or let's talk about how everybody keeps saying, well, 38% of Latino women voted for Trump. Okay, so what about the other 62%? Should we just say fuck them too? 60% of Latino men voted for Trump. Okay, so what about the other 40%? Now what? Also, let us not forget that ICE is not only targeting Latino people, right? Also, Afro-Latinos exist, so make of that what you will. The fucking, this is not our fight, dumbass liberals. But anyway, where it says, ICE rips 9-year-old Haitian boy from his older brother before deporting 19-year-old Haiti, a predominantly black country. Are we gonna say fuck them too? And this is one of the reasons why I think I became more of a leftist and not a liberal, is because I feel like a lot of liberals just think you just have to vote and that's it. And like, that's not the case, especially under the current administration. Hassan Piker, one of the biggest leftist political streamers, was literally detained. A rich white man was detained. A reporter, an Australian reporter, was literally pew-pewed by a rubber bullet. A white woman. On TV. And I say this to say, if this is happening to, like, wealthier white people or whatever, what the fuck makes you think this isn't gonna happen to you? This is our fight. This is everybody's fight. Like, enough. Enough with this bullshit. And, like, I get it. Are there plenty of people who did not show up for the BLM protest as you would think their politics would expect them to? Sure. But at the end of the day, and, like, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, I saw all kinds of people who were protesting BLM. Like, it was black people, white people, queer people, Asian people, a whole bunch of fucking people. And maybe because, like I said, I'm a leftist, not a liberal. That's y'all with the super individualism. I care about everybody, right? And this isn't even me saying that y'all have to do something. I'm just saying, if you feel like this is not your fight, then don't let it be your fight, but stop discouraging others from fighting. If you want to stay at home, if you think all you can do is vote and that's just it, okay, I'm not going to stop you, but that's up to you. The rest of us actually want to make a difference. The rest of us actually want to protect all people. The rest of us, even though I explain that this does involve you, don't even need that. We're just going to do. The doers will do. And I just want to end with this. By First They Came, by Martin Niemöller. Sorry if I mispronounced that. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. First they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. First they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. I said this in the beginning, but I want to end with saying this. The immigration laws isn't based on just targeting Latino people. It's not even targeting people who are here illegally. It's targeting whoever they feel like they don't like. And you and I know both damn well this applies to black people especially. And like I said, if you want to sit out, I'm not here to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. But alas, you do not speak for me and the other people who are the doers.
To come in my comments and try to say, black people, this is not our fight. We do not need to be in this. While it's black people being targeted, black people being the examples of what's to come is kind of stupid. Just because you sat here and told people before the election, hey, this is what's going to happen, and then it happened at the election, does not mean that you're going to just be able to sit this one out. Unfortunately, that's not how life has ever been for black people. Ever. Newsflash, black people have been targets for just simply existing in this fucking country, in this world. So, you can sit this one out. You can try to convince yourself that this fight isn't gonna take black people when black people are the victims, always going to be victims in this situation. We never are the ones that are just, if we just sit this on the back burner, we'll not be brutalized. Black people are being brutalized walking down, taking the bus in DC. They're being brutalized for walking on the sidewalks in DC. Black people are being brutalized and being the target of things. The black-led cities are being, they're being the ones that are going to be made examples of. Are you kidding me? And then you're saying, black people, this is not your fight. It's always been our fight. But unfortunately, it's been an exhausting fight that we should not have to sit here and be the front faces of everything. I absolutely agree with that. I'm not saying that we should be the ones at the head of the charge. No one the fuck saying that. What I'm saying is that black women are being put on accountability websites for simply being educated. Black women are being locked in chambers. No one does that. Black women, there's a black woman who was a corpse. A corpse that became an incubator. Are you fucking, do not look me in my face and say this shit to me again, that black people, this is not our fight. The fuck you. Fuck you, it's always been our fight. I was going to end it there, but I just really want to like y'all say that we don't need to be out in them streets. We need to do it in other fucking ways. Okay, great. Okay, we do it. Like Nicole was doing it in other different ways. Like being a lawmaker. And guess what? She's being made an example of.
You know, I just be trying to have a peaceful day, and then I just remember. And then it's like, I really fucking hate y'all. Like, I deeply hate y'all. And, you know, I'm trying to get back to this, like, love and light mindset and, you know, easing back into that. But that might have to wait till, like, next week or some shit. Because I just hate y'all, you know? Then again, it's not my fight, though. It's not my fight. It's not my fight. It's not my fight. It's not our fight.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is to all the Latinos that voted for Trump and y'all telling us that we need to come together. This is not our fight. This is not our fight.
And fuck it, we doing multiple different fucking videos today. All of y'all who are saying this is not our fight, I'm trying to understand where we're coming from, because I understand that black people be on the forefront of a lot of different movements, and that our movements have paved the way for other groups, marginalized groups, to get rights in America. So I'm understanding where the logic is going, but I'm telling you the logic is flawed. Anytime anything has ever happened in America, we have always been the scapegoats. We have always been the last leg of the line. They are going to find a way to make this about black people. They're going to find a way to make this touch black people. They already have. Like, maybe y'all weren't paying attention in class, but in Nazi Germany, did y'all forget that the Gestapo also targeted, sterilized, murdered, and put in concentration camps black Germans? Like, this idea that this will not affect us and that it's not our fucking fight. Are you cool? Like, what the fuck are you? And mind you, we're not saying that right now that black people are the most affected group. What we're saying is that a loss of rights for one is a domino effect. Like, stop bullshitting on my timeline.
Many black creators are saying that immigrants and really non-black community in general keep calling on black Americans to protest, advocate, mobilize when things go wrong. But when it actually mattered, when it came to vote, they voted wrong. You know, when it came to vote and to protect voting rights, to think long term, those same communities either didn't show up or voted in other ways that went directly against those warnings. And now the consequences are here. What a lot of Black Americans are saying, we warned you for years about voter suppression, about authoritarian policies, about ICE, about policing, about what happens when people treat election like a game or sit them out of frustration, or vote based on vibes instead of policy. They are saying this didn't come out of nowhere. This wasn't unpredictable. This wasn't sudden. And now that it's happening, the same people who ignored those warnings are asking for help, asking for solidarity, asking for Black American to once again step up and save the day. And the response in this time is different. This time, a lot of people are saying no, not out of cruelty, not out of hatred, but out of fatigue. Because the reality is, Black Americans have historically been expected to fight for everyone: civil rights, labor rights, voting rights, while rarely receiving the same level of support in return. Time and time, Black community organize, vote, protest, and sacrifice only to be abandoned once other groups get what they want or feel comfortable enough. So when Black Americans say this isn't our fight, they are really saying we already fought, we already warned you, we already played our part. There's also a deeper frustration here. Many Black Americans feel like their political concerns are constantly minimized or ignored until they affect someone else. When Black voters talk about voter suppression, people say they are exaggerating. When they talk about police power, people say it doesn't concern them. When they talk about dangers of empowering certain politicians, people brush it off. But now, with ICE raids, deportation, and families being torn apart, suddenly it's urgent. Suddenly it's a crisis. And Black Americans are pointing out that this urgency only shows up when other communities are affected. So the phrase "we warned you" keeps coming up, not as a flex, not as a celebration, but as a statement of fact. Like, this is what we were trying to prevent. This is why we kept saying voting matters. This is why we kept saying sitting out has consequences. And there's also a refusal to accept blame. Some people are trying to guilt Black Americans by saying, if you don't speak up now, you're complicit. And the response to this is firm. Responsibility lies with the people who ignore warnings, not to the people who sounded the alarm. That doesn't mean Black Americans don't care about human suffering. It doesn't mean they don't emphasize with family being hurt. What it means is that they are done being treated like an emergency resource that only gets called when things go wrong. Solidarity isn't supposed to be one-sided. A lot of Black Americans are saying that if other communities want support, they need to start showing it consistently at the ballot box, in policy discussion, and in moments that don't directly benefit them. Otherwise, this cycle just keeps repeating. So yeah, that's what you're seeing on TikTok. Not apathy, not hatred, not a collective boundary being set. A reminder that warnings were given, choices were made, and now people are living the results. And for many Black Americans, the lesson is simple. They warned you because they know they have lived with the same mistreatment for years. They have fought against it. So when you're being warned, you need to listen, you know. And yeah, so all I can say is thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe.